I know we've discussed parts of this before, but on my way home from work, I was listening to City Is Ours to get ready for the episode, and then I also started thinking about the Jenny Nicholson church play universe. So of course I had to think about like Kendall Knight dying on the cross for the sins of the band, and like the cross is definitely two hockey sticks like crossed over each other, and he can walk on water like on the Palmwoods pool, or it could be a frozen hockey rink because that's still technically walking on water. Also, I think we did bring this up because he doesn't have a dad, so like maybe it was a virgin birth, so like that all fits in really well. His disciples, aka the rest of the band, did follow him across the country, so they're very loyal. I was trying to figure out who might get the post-crucifixion lament. I was thinking that could be fun for Guitar Dude. I would love to see him do that.
What would he sing?
I don't know, but the last thought I had was that the tomb is a penalty box, and that's all I have for today.
I think he sings "What's Up" and he like looks up to heaven.
Yeah.
I thought it would have
Perfect.
to be a Big Time Rush song.
I mean, that
No.
makes sense.
But he can't sing it because he's dead.
Just worldwide as opposed to
I was about to say worldwide.
I mean, it's the only one that would work, I think.
I know.
Girl, my eyes, and girl, my mind. It never stops after it starts. 'Cause you're a girl, a girl, a girl of mine. The girl of mine. Hot, hot, hot. Hot, hot, hot. Hot, hot, hot. Girl of mine.
What time is it?
Girl time.
Whose
That was-
city is it?
Ours.
Girl time. Well, this week we're talking about The City Is Ours as featured in the raw and uncut Love Me Again video. But mostly is a song on their first album.
I knew it was gonna come up.
I just had to get it out of the way.
Surprised it took this long. What city was that again?
Ours.
Sao Paulo, Brazil?
Thank you. I can never
that's right.
remember.
It's burned into my mind, the entire video. It's
The Love Me Again episode is going to be really fun.
I don't think it's in an episode.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
no,
we
we
have to-
make episodes.
We make episodes.
Don't listen to me.
Oh my goodness. It's been a minute. It has definitely been a minute.
We can pretend it hasn't.
Well,
Yeah, it's
we should acknowledge that it has, just because hopefully our sound quality is better.
yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I've recently, so the way that we did it was that we recorded a whole bunch of episodes, edited them, and then threw them out when we had them done. Didn't really listen back to them. And as a result, there are some that are very unlistenable.
Cool. Do we need to re-record any? Because I'm sure we can pull some stuff out.
I mean, if that was something I was going to ask if you guys wanted to do, because there are definitely, like there are just some where I was still getting the hang of editing, and so I would try to cut out silence, but I would cut out places where we were just, like, trailing off and talking kind of quietly, and so I would cut off mid-word. And I'm sure I could go back and re-edit it, but also then they would be longer than they currently are, which is too long.
Yeah.
But I did want to acknowledge that this is the start of a new era. It'll be really listenable now.
And the city is ours.
The city is ours. Okay.
This song was written by Eric Sanicola, who I know has done others. I think he wrote Halfway there. Yeah. And he wrote this all by himself. Usually there's a couple co-writers, but this is a solo Sanicola effort. And it was produced...
The city is his.
Yeah. And it was produced by Kevin Rudolph of Let It Rock featuring Lil Wayne fame.
I love when they get real people.
If it... Unlike Eric Sanicola.
Well, no. Just like, I don't know. Like, I feel like every time I'm like, oh my goodness, that's somebody with a real career. Why is this person on Big Time Rush? But I've got to face the facts that there's a lot of, like, really famous people involved in early Big Time Rush.
I don't know if Let It Rock had come out yet, also.
That's fair.
It's in B major. It allegedly has a BPM of 123, which is kind of a wild number. It's not divisible by anything. And also
except itself.
Yeah, and it's a prime number. And also don't quote me about that because I don't know how to calculate BPMs. I just Google song BPM and then put down whatever it says.
I picked up my metronome and I put it at 120 and it was like pretty similar, but metronome was a little bit slow, but like it was like a clicker one, so I couldn't get exact, so that sounds pretty on point.
Cool. I don't have any more facts.
It's 3 minutes and 12 seconds long, which is like a really decent like duration for a Big Time Rush song. I think they all need to be around that.
Yeah.
Correct.
The Big Time Rush wiki is a little confused on some of the lyrics.
Oh, good.
Ooh, good.
So, in the second verse, James says, my, look how we roll, or look how we've grown, or
no,
mama, look how we roll.
Never mind, that's what it is. We solved it.
And it can't decide if it's like, we go up, or we pull up, and I think it's pull up, because they're in a car.
Yeah.
Okay, so like historically, I've had a lot of issues with like misremembering or like mishearing lyrics.
Right.
Especially with this band. I've known every single word of this song. Like, I've never questioned it. Like, I know I'm right. Also, it's not hard. Like, they're saying some pretty clear words.
The city is theirs.
What are the pronouns that James uses in the bridge?
We, right?
We gotta believe it's destiny
calling. So
night after night, we rock the whole place down.
Sometimes it's written as I rock the whole place out.
I think it's we, right?
It has to be we.
Right. And then as hard as it seems.
I know if we want it, then it's going to happen somehow.
If we want it, okay. Sometimes they say we know, and sometimes it says if you want it.
Oh, God.
And
no.
I know if we want it, maybe?
I know if we want it that it's going to happen somehow. Sounds right. Like, it's...
And, like, the whole point of this song is that, like, they're a band and they're all working together
it's
to
not,
follow their dreams.
It's like, no offense, it's not meant to encourage us. They're bragging.
It's not called City is Mine.
Right. So, but it's interesting because I went and looked at a bunch of different sources for what the lyrics are, and I know what the lyrics are because I know what I heard with my ears. And there's so many different ones, which is not abnormal with this band, but I was interested to see if you could confirm what I knew was true.
This one is just so clear to me. That's so wild.
Yeah.
So if we want to talk briefly about like the content of the lyrics, we did mention that it's just about them as a band following their dreams.
Yeah.
But what I thought was interesting, and I know that music videos don't always exactly follow what's happening in the song, but it seems to imply, if you follow the story of the music video, that their dream forever has been to throw a really great party. And they finally achieved it because that's all they've ever wanted, and they worked towards it, and now it's going to happen because they want it that bad to have a great party.
Well,
because they weren't performing at that party.
Right. They're the Hollywood Super Party Kings of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Miss them.
I don't know if we want to get into the music video yet. I don't know if you have more things about like the song or the lyrics or anything.
I was very music video focused on this, so I really don't have other notes. I'm willing to listen to everything you've got.
I like when the backing vocals, I think it's Logan, is like the city.
It's Logan and Carlos.
Okay.
At least when they do it live, which is fun.
I like in the first verse when Logan goes, "Oh yeah," and then in the second verse, Kendall does it, but he says, "Oh no."
Oh no. Yeah. Kendall's "oh no" might be my favorite part, actually.
Yeah.
I would like to acknowledge, I know that I usually go through and like time how long each person gets like as a solo. and give percentages. I didn't do it this time because, like, I know James does sing the chorus, but they blend so well with the harmonies. Like, even live, harmony sounds so good. Didn't want to, like, just give it to James because it's not a James feature.
Right.
City is not his.
So I guess they all either have a lyric, or it's not called a lyric. They all either have a verse or a pre-chorus, and then James also gets the bridge. So, like, it is a very James song, but I don't know. I was very tired, and I'm like, James has this one.
I like that really loud or really high guitar chord right after the bridge.
You mean where it goes into unison with James's high note? Very powerful.
And that's all I have for the song itself. It's a good song. I like it.
Yeah, Carlos sounded really good on his verse. No, not Carlos. Yeah?
Carlos always sounds
good. He
good,
did, though.
He has a pre-chorus.
Yeah. He sounds really good on his pre-chorus. And I really like how James sounds in the second verse.
Mm-hmm. They all sound good in this one, because I was like, I like how Kendall sounds in his verse.
Unless you're listening to...
And I like how Logan sounds.
They don't sound really good if you're listening to the Walmart soundcheck, or if you're listening to this one specific video that I found that's just extremely bass boosted, and someone still felt like they should post it on YouTube. And it scared my cat.
I'm glad we both came across these videos independently, because I had the same experience. The Walmart soundtrack is, like, really near and dear to my heart, though.
Yeah.
The verses aren't amazing, but the chorus, they sound so good.
Right.
Like, those harmonies sound amazing.
And again, it is a sound check. If there's any time that you should sound bad on stage, it's a sound check when you're trying to fix it.
Yeah, there's one point at 1 minute 48 seconds in where it sounds like someone yells fuck really loudly. And I couldn't verify it, so maybe if you guys could check that for me at some point.
Probably one of the sound guys.
It sounded like a Logan. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to just, like, put him on blast like that, because it might not be true. It's probably not what he said.
Remember when we went to the concert and Kendall said damn, and we all cheered? We were like, yay, profanity. I wrote it down.
For the Walmart soundcheck, I also just wanted to talk about how whenever they sing this song live in a city that has the word city in its name, for example, this was in New York City, so when they yell the city during the chorus, the last one, they'd always say New York City. Yeah. I think I heard him do it with Mexico City too. I think that's so funny. I love that for them. I love that.
I'm trying to think of other cities now. Have they ever been to Salt Lake City?
Probably. Kansas City.
There's a lot of those guys.
Yeah. Incredible. I'm glad they're having fun.
And I love their little synchronized dance for this one.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think I missed the synchronized dancing because, like, the more recent performances, I'm like, oh, they're just, like, jamming and having fun with, like, a little bit of dancing. Right. But, man, seeing them all just stand next to each other on stage and do their little dance, I miss it so much.
So, I watched a bunch of different videos. The Walmart soundcheck has the most choreography I have seen in any of them. Mm-hmm. And then they just
they don't have any room to, like, walk around, so they just kind of, they can't really do anything else except jump and point in the air.
Right, and like
they were gonna do anyway.
Right. They do sometimes do choreography here and there. Like they do choreography in the Walmart soundcheck. But then in other performances, they just, like, lose a bit of choreo here and there until you get to, like, modern performances where they have no synchronized choreography whatsoever.
It's so much pointing and jumping and telling everyone else to jump also.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it. It's just,
like, I most of the time, right, most of the time they'll at least do, like, the kick, ball change, step back at the Live It Up. They do, like, they do a kick, ball change, and it's so fun.
I mean, they still do beat, right? They have to do that.
If they all get together, they don't always do it.
Like,
tisk.
Like,
what a shame.
I was like, oh, I kind of need to work out a little bit. Ooh, I know. I'll pull up a bunch of these videos and I'll, like, learn the choreography and I'll, like, do it along with them. There was nothing to learn. I was so mad.
Should we talk about the video?
Let's talk about the video.
I forgot. There was one thing that I wanted to say before we got to the video.
Please.
Yeah.
According to Genius.com, this song was sampled in a song called Yes, I Have a Girlfriend and Her IQ is 4037. Which it seems to be, it's just a bunch of sound bites put together, and they like speed up Big Time Rush. And so it's like
their emphasis on the rush.
Yeah, it's a lot. Go look it up. It's on SoundCloud. Some guy did it as a bonus track. I don't know. He's having fun with it. His name is Leroy. It came out in 2021, so I'm glad that we waited to do this so that I could experience Yes, I Have a Girlfriend and Her IQ is 4037 bonus track, which I will send to you.
Thank you. The other thing that it did give us waiting this song is that we can just be kind of bummed out about how last summer when they performed City Is Ours, they always had to Rickroll us first before they got to the song. So
and they
it really kind of brings it.
With Till I Forget About You and Big Night, they didn't even do the whole thing.
I know.
They didn't do any of the whole things.
Like, I get that you can't do every iconic song, but those are so good. Are we ready to talk about the music video?
Yes.
Yes.
The music video was directed by Petro, one name only, which makes him very hard to Google because he has not done anything recently, but I found him.
He did Halfway There and Boyfriend music videos, I believe.
And BTR.
Okay, yeah. And you can kind of tell with the lighting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like,
if I really like the lighting.
If you watch all of those music videos back to back, like, yeah, you can see that it's all the same guy. He's only done 5 other things that aren't Big Time Rush. Like, Big Time Rush is pretty much half of his career.
Me too.
I love that. The little bit of choreography they do was choreographed by Tice Yorio. And he's, like, super legit. He's like, was in a documentary about dance. Like, Dancing with the Stars, So You Think You Can Dance, whatever. He's been on everything. He's choreographed for everyone. And they get him to choreograph a little jig that they can do for their chorus and then never use it again.
Was he on Dancing with the Stars when James was on Dancing with the Stars?
I should have looked at that. I didn't look at that. I was going down a lot of rabbit holes. I had to bail. I did find video of them rehearsing, and I found that they rehearsed in Studio Z of 3rd Street Dance Street in LA, or 3rd Street Dance Studio in LA. And James rehearsed with a bandana under a snapback.
The one thing that I took 2 things away from that making of video. I was a little disappointed. I thought there'd be more. First thing, they play a pretty sweet like instrumental of City Is Ours behind the whole thing, so you get to hear the guitar that's kind of covered up in the actual song. So that was nice. The other thing is that at one point Kendall's holding like a blank it was clearly a burned CD that says "Big Time Rush City Is Ours" in black Sharpie. And if we're talking about like ultimate collector's item,
right?
I'm obsessed with that.
I love that that's all you got from this, because what I got from this is that in order to shoot the scenes where they're driving in the car, they either drove in front of them in a minivan with the back open and camera pointed at them, or for close-ups, they had the car parked and had some dudes just kind of shaking it so it looked like they were driving.
No, well, that was Bitters in the trunk trying to get out.
Oh, yeah.
Actually.
It was, or they got out of the car with bubble tea in their hands, which is fun.
My brand.
Yes.
I couldn't find it when I went back.
Were you referencing the Contacts commercial, or
no? I mean, yes.
She just likes bubble tea.
I do. So I took notes on this song in 2021, and then I couldn't find this comment again, but it was on the video in 2021, and it said, "Real OGs remember who's in the trunk of that car." And it's Bitters. He has to stay in there for 2 months until Logan gets his driver's license.
Which is funny because in the music video, Carlos is the one driving.
So it really calls into question which universe this music video takes place in.
Oh my goodness.
Because then we also have the clash between Petro and Marco Del Pozzi.
Right. The other thing is that this was filmed in the historic Rosslyn Hotel Market, which is no longer in operation. There are 2 buildings. One of them across the street became a low-income housing.
I thought, okay, I did this research as well. I thought they were on top of the annex apartments.
The annex, which is technically the hotel market. Or market hotel, sorry.
Apartments, right? It's not like abandoned.
The original is apartments. The one across the street is just closed.
I was so sure it was the other way around. Oh man.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
One of us is wrong. It could also be me. It was very difficult to figure out.
I know. No, it could very much be.
I went into Google Maps and compared the building shapes.
Dude, see? Oh man. Okay,
I mean,
I'm not worried about it.
It could depend on which universe.
That's true. That's true. Okay.
But since it's like a historic building, like you can see the back of like the huge light up sign on top.
Yeah.
It makes it doubly funny that like at the very end it shows they photoshopped the word "city is ours" onto the giant sign.
Yes.
Instead.
So I did something kind of crazy.
Good.
I pulled up the music video from the episode and also the music video from Vivo, and I played them at the same time, and I recorded it with my phone, and then I watched them frame by frame to get each shot.
Yes.
Incredible.
To see what was the same and what was different.
You're so strong.
It's they're so different. They're completely different, except for the it gets really jarring when suddenly they go from being completely different to being the same exact thing. And you're watching them next to each other. The opening bridge shot is the same. And then the first, before the verse starts, each version has a clip of Kendall hanging out of the car, but it's in different places. So they're at different times, but they're both before he says rolling past graffiti walls. In the show version, it doesn't really follow the plot of the music video. Like, the plot of the music video is they drive in the car, all of their friends get information and come together, and then they all go to the roof, and then they all go party. And that's, like, the narrative. But in the show version, sometimes they're just on the roof, and then they're driving.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. They forgot some stuff.
Yeah.
I forgot if the show version has people texting each other about the party on their old ass phones.
Yeah, so the original version has them on their old phones. The the show version has just main characters receiving texts on what appears to be an iPod Touch.
Yes. One thing about the text messages they send, so what they say is party at 5th and Broadway, smiley face, and then a separate text that says invite your friends. Mm-hmm. I don't have much to say about that except the building is not on 5th and Broadway.
Right. It's on 6th and Main.
Yeah, and then I guess West 5th and South Broadway is a couple blocks away, if that's what they meant, but they're
maybe
also on, they didn't specify that they're on the roof. No one is going to be able to find this party. I don't know how anyone made it up there.
I know.
Also, one of the people who got the text, did you guys notice the phone background of a horse that was surrounded by fog?
No!
It was really amazing.
No.
I swear it's real.
I love that. In the show version,
to the party.
Yes. In the show version, the texts are, "Can I bring friends? Everyone is invited," which is fun.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. So the real video is just full of randos.
Right. I did write randos.
I mean, Camille and the Jennifers are there, and Guitar Dude's there, and you see Joe at the very end.
Right. So Camille and the Jennifers, it's they cut that little scene in half when they're running up before they get to the party. But in the show version, that's the majority of the first verse is interspersing Camille running into the building, approaching the desk, Jennifer's pushing her. Oh no, I'm sorry, the majority of the first chorus. So They just really, really liked that little bit, and they needed it to be a big part of the video in the show. Oh, there's one part where James sings "The City Is Ours," and they show him singing as a close-up in the car, but from two different angles. Like, the music video is one version, and the show version is another angle. It's just baffling. Why not use the same shot?
It's a different director.
But they used the same footage in the majority of, like...
Right, you give two different directors the same footage, it's going to be a different video. You know, who knows what Marco's...
Yeah.
Except when you get to the last chorus and they do the entire thing is the same.
Oh, well, Petra was copying Marco Stilposi's homework, and then he got lazy towards the end because he was like, it was almost due, and yeah.
Haleigh, did you go to the actual episode, or did you find it on YouTube?
I went to the actual episode.
Okay. I don't know why I even thought I would doubt you, but I was like, maybe like that part wasn't actually in the episode, but nope.
I want to talk
It was very
about
much there.
the scary close-ups of their faces during the last
In soft lighting.
because they haunt me.
The background is the blurriest background I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, it's stylistic, obviously, but it's so funny.
It's so threatening.
Is it more or less threatening than when they do the same thing in Any Kind of Guy?
Any Kind of Guy is
With a
the most
blank void
threatening
background.
thing in the world.
Yeah.
Nothing is more threatening than that.
Because they don't have, like, the nice... At least The City Is Ours has it, like, soft kind of lighting.
Yeah.
And then Any Kind of Guy is just, like, they're just in, like, a white void. Just... That's
Not a
it.
white void.
Sometimes.
They each have their own color void.
Yeah, but then when they're all together,
right.
it's white.
I don't know. I think I'm just like so used to Any Kind of Guy being threatening that like I'm grading on a curve.
Yeah.
So when City Is Ours is threatening, I get really freaked out by it because I'm like, that's not what I expect from you.
Oh, not James. Logan does a backflip, and he always does a backflip a lot. I was going to say he always does one. I don't know that for sure. He did one in the Walmart sound check.
Yeah, I saw him do it live a few times in the videos.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm trying
There's
to look through...
one part in the music video where James just spins really fast.
Yeah.
And that's the last note that I made about the music video.
So when he does the "it's gonna happen somehow," I did that in the wrong notes, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
In the official music video, he's just like behind a bunch of... He's behind like the Jennifers and the other members of the band, and he's just like in the background and singing that note, and that's the shot that they use, as opposed to in the show when they close up on James for that note, which is the right choice in my opinion.
Petra
They were
hates
like,
James.
it's too powerful.
Yeah.
Or that.
Yeah. There's also a scene where in the show there's like the focus on Joe in one of the shots, and then in the music video it's the same shot, but they managed to crop Joe out, which is what, like, they just did not want her in this music video. Which is weird because Camille and the Jennifers were so prevalent in the video, or prominent. But Joe's not allowed. And then a couple times they did that like scary close up of them with the soft lights, but they just switched which boy they showed.
Yeah.
During the chorus.
I have a couple of favorite comments from the Fandom Wiki article of this song, if we don't have anything else to say about the music video at the moment.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Sorry, I was drinking water.
That's
so
okay.
excited for this.
Let's see. Should I go? I'll go chronologically.
Yes.
In 2012, Daniel SKTKP55 said, "Cars beep beep." In 2012 as well, Anonymous said, "The city is ours" is Kendall. And then in 2013, BTR James Logan one said, "The city is big time rushes." Actually, there's an exclamation point, so it's "the city is big time rushes."
Love it.
That's all I have for
No.
that. I just enjoyed.
Similar comments on the fandom wiki, actually.
That's where I got these from.
Oh, okay. I thought you, for some reason, I thought you were talking about the music video.
No,
on
no, these are
YouTube.
in the fandom wiki.
Nice. Okay, good. I love
City
those.
is Ours, says Kendall. Where else do you get content like that?
Right.
I have been inspired to look at the music video again, though.
Right now.
I also saw a video that someone made. It was actually posted 10 days ago at the time of recording, so it's very recent. They did it for us. They made a Rock Band 3 custom level.
I did look at that. I tried to dance to it, but it's really hard because you know how there's like the part, or no, Rock Band 3, that's different than Just Dance.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Thank you, Rock Band Ephraim, for your service. It looked really fun. I don't have Rock Band anymore, so I'll never experience it.
So I'm on the music video, and a verified YouTube user named Just Some Guy Without a Mustache commented, "Since I grew up with this band, it gives me absolute chills hearing this song over a decade later." And like, I get it, but also it's the song City Is Ours by Big Time Rush.
Yeah. Like, I have a Big Time Rush podcast and it doesn't give me chills.
Someone just listed their top 5 Big Time Rush songs, unprompted.
Is City Is Ours in there?
Yeah, it's number 1.
Oh.
And number 2 is
That'd be really funny if it was.
Number 2 is All Over Again, parentheses, this was my favorite prior. Then I changed it.
I love that.
I can't relate to that at all. Just personally. Yeah. No, not me.
Yeah, I've tried to understand All Over Again.
If you're watching this 10 years later, you are a legend.
Thanks.
We did it.
Only legends.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else to say about the song City Is Ours?
I'm looking through my notes, make sure I didn't miss anything.
Cool.
I had so many notes on the music video. Like, I skimmed what I had. I went a little sicko. I might put the video up on the YouTube that I recorded of both of them next to each other.
I thought you just meant the music video for The City Is Ours. Like,
no,
you were just going to repost
it.
Okay, someone said 4 months ago, someone said, "This, in my opinion, is one of the best late night songs."
Yeah, it's for late at night.
Okay, I was like, is there a different... Ignore me.
I'm going to pull out my Big Time Rush song ranking that I haven't updated in like 2 years, and I'm just going to kind of see where City Is Ours is.
While you're doing that, I did find some opinions that I had.
This hit too close to home. Brings a tear to your eye.
Oh, goodness.
City Is Ours by Big Time Rush. Sorry, continue.
No, you're good. This is the video where Kendall blows a kiss from the car and he kind of looks like Andy Samberg for a minute.
No.
Which, again...
Oh, it's so real. It's so real.
But which, again, is a shot that both music videos used at different times. So, if you're watching one and you think it's supposed to be on a different line, you're not going crazy. They're gaslighting you. I love this.
Also, in my ranking, outdated, I can't vouch for it, but it was number like 18, so about a third of the way down.
Okay. And you haven't added any of the new stuff, right?
No, that stuff wasn't on there. But I will also say that All Over Again, just since we talked about it, is second from the bottom. It's the only one that is better than is Invisible. So that's where I'm at, or that's where I was at.
Yeah.
Used to be your least favorite, but then you changed it.
Literally, it may have been the case.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Why did they bring pool floaties to the party on the roof?
There are so many of them too.
Fun.
They brought a full. Okay, I like the girls who brought the fully inflated kiddie pool. Like,
yeah.
They could have inflated it once they got up there,
right?
But
and also, like, I don't bring pool floaties to pool parties, right? Like,
yeah, there's some guy who just had like an inflatable alligator.
Yeah, I love the skateboarders that are just like rolling around chatting with their helmets on. That's very fun. And
there were a lot of skateboarders.
yeah. And then I really like the dudes who just came with big old speakers.
Yeah.
I like imagining that, like calling him up like, Johnny, can you bring your big old speakers to our roof party? Thanks.
They don't know enough people like within the fiction.
No, they do.
Only
are
they
you
don't.
forgetting Big Time Party? Carlos is a people person.
I guess he is.
And he invited the Russian acrobats, and that was like a whole... I just listened to our episode that we did on this one. I'm sorry to have to, like, shut you down so quickly, but...
No, that's okay. It does explain, like, Carlos definitely just invited everyone. So
right, he hit Al contacts again.
This time on purpose.
Yeah.
Invite your friends.
Threat.
Speaking of in-universe, do you think that girls watching this music video got jealous of, like, Camille and Joe and the Jennifers getting so much screen time? And, like, there's a part where Logan and Kendall, like, hug their girlfriends. Do you think that girls watching this are like, oh, I wish I could be that girl?
I had that thought about a different music video. I forget which one it was. Might have been like Superstar or something, but there's one where they dance with like, it's not characters from the show.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It's just like, yeah, it's like just, you know, random models or
Is It Better With You?
Or whatever. It might be that one.
Music Sounds Better With
But
You.
yeah, I always wondered if that one kind of felt real because it's like very much outside of the bounds of the show.
Yeah. And then back to like outside of the show. Can you imagine if you were in this video and you filmed this video and you were so excited because you know what's going on in a TV show and you tell everybody, I'm going to be on TV, let's watch this show, and you watch it and you are cut out of the music video because they didn't put any of your shots in because they did their stupid TV show version.
I mean, that happens to extras a lot, I imagine.
Right, but, like, do they know about the longer music video that they're actually in, or did that just, like, were they burned by it and they don't even want to watch the extra, like, the actual music video now? I hope they know that they get some screen time.
Yeah, if it were me, I think I would have angrily watched the...
Yeah.
I mean, how do actors get compensated for being extras in a music video? Because it's gotta... I imagine it might be different between, like, on the show versus the music video itself, right. But I don't really know how that works.
I mean, I'm sure the executives know what they're doing. I heard it coming out of my mouth. I don't think that is true. But I'm sure someone in the legal department figured out what to do.
In the real world.
In the real world.
I don't trust anything about the legal system.
Oh, no. In the
Nickelodeon show.
In the fake world, they all just got to stay in Hollywood and they're happy.
Yes. Do we have anything else?
Any announcements?
Announcements are, we're back, baby!
Hell yeah.
The city is ours.
So everything that you've heard before this, we recorded in 2020/2021.
Don't tell them that.
What?
It's shameful.
Well, I want to acknowledge that, like, we're up to date now. Like, now we're actually going to be able to acknowledge the things that are happening. Like...
This is true.
Like, the 70s themed song that's coming out.
Replace your brain with a disco ball.
That's coming out soon, right?
So they're going to be on Good Morning America on February 6th, which I think is actually before this comes out, so I'm going to cut this. Because that's another we'll talk after we record about logistics.
No, but I will say that if they don't say replace your brain with a disco ball, then it's over. Like, they're dead to me.
Cancel the podcast.
Okay,
so you can't just say that in a tweet and then not sing it
right
at me.
All right, so this may be the last episode, guys. We'll see.
I have to go. My pants are cold.
All right. Bye. Well,
bye.
Wait,
Well, no, I'm not gonna stop recording yet, but...
I feel like there's something else we were supposed to say, but I don't remember.
We usually talk about, like, check our links, and we got our YouTube, and... Not YouTube. We got our website.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Really quick?
Yeah. So, and then we'll do the pants stuff. So check out our website. It's got links to all of our socials. Our website is fromrusheswithlove.podbean.com. It's also linked below. It has links to our Twitter, which I kind of update sometimes, our Instagram, which is kind of dead, but it's the best place to message us. And there's something else. Our Tumblr.
Discord.
And our Discord. And I still have to update this, but there is somebody in the Big Time Rush Discord has done like in-depth research and found a bunch of like old unreleased stuff and like information. So much work on this. So if you are interested in a deep dive, because it's going to be a while before we get there, but I'm going to link the BT archive, which is hard for me to say because I can't say words right. But check it out, and Kipper is really cool, and Kipper, this is, if you ever want to talk about this stuff, let me know, because I think you have more information than all three of us combined.
You're my hero.
Honestly. And there's some, like, demo stuff there, too, which it wasn't relevant to City as Ours, but I'm sure will be relevant in the future. So, I will be citing Kipper as a resource in the future, I'm sure. Yeah, I think that's everything. So now we can talk about pants and stuff.
Well, I don't really want to talk about pants. I just want to announce that I have to go because mine are cold.
That's fair. That's fair.
Pants cold.
Girl, my.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.